Archangel Michael says, what is unfolding in the shadows will soon rise in front of those who laughed behind your back. They tried to silence your voice, blur your light, and step over your truth like it meant nothing. But now, the wind has started to change its direction, and something powerful is moving in your favor. You've endured quiet attacks masked as jokes. They whispered behind your name and masked it with fake smiles when you entered the room. They doubted your worth when you were just trying to breathe. They doubted your power because they were terrified it would one day rise. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You didn't cry because you were weak. You held back your tears because you knew one day, they would see the truth. And that day has already begun its countdown. Someone you never imagined would come forward, is about to seek your help. This person used to walk ahead of you, pretending you were beneath them. Now, their feet are trembling, unsure where to step next. They've tried everything, but nothing works without your insight. You hold a rare fire now, and they cannot deny it anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They made decisions assuming you'd never succeed. They tossed your name in groups as a warning, not a wonder. But their eyes weren't prepared for how you would bloom in silence. And that silence is now shaking them from within. Archangel Michael says, your breakthrough is echoing through the same walls where they mocked you. It's making its way into rooms where your name was erased. Now it's being spoken again, but this time with a mixture of shame and need. They know you are the one who can show the path they can no longer find. Type Amen to get blessing 989. They feel the heat of regret, but pride holds their tongue. Even so, signs are being prepared to push them toward you. Because whether they like it or not, you're becoming the light in their darkness. And it was never about revenge, your elevation is simply divine timing. They never saw your vision because they weren't meant to walk it with you. But now they can't stop looking. They're seeing things they once denied, and every part of them is rattled. Your energy is speaking louder than any word you've ever spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 444. At this very hour, a name has been whispered in a conversation about you. A woman who once dismissed you is shaking inside her home. She just discovered something that has made her rethink every insult she threw your way. She's preparing to come toward you, but she won't say it all at once. There's a man in a position of power who once turned his back on you. Now his resources are failing, and his thoughts keep circling back to your face. He's realizing that your silence was never weakness, it was wisdom. He wants to speak to you but doesn't know how to admit the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 111. There are people gathering to discuss solutions, but none of them have peace. They feel something is missing, and that missing piece is your guidance. You've become the key to unlock the doors they slammed shut in your face. And that is why the wind is now blowing their footsteps toward your path. You will receive a message in the next 2 days, one you weren't expecting. It might look like a simple greeting, but the words behind it carry old guilt. Someone is afraid to tell you that they were wrong. But your glow is haunting their pride. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Do not be surprised when they come to you with quiet hands. They will try to mask their need with politeness. But inside, they are trembling, because they know what they did. And you, child of light, have become untouchable. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you were being prepared while they were celebrating your delay. You were being protected when they were laughing at your stillness. And now the tables are turning with sacred fire. What you carry cannot be replicated. Type Amen to get blessing 202. Every delay, every silence, every ignored call, God saw it. Every moment you chose to remain silent and not retaliate is now building a reward. You are the one they doubted, but you are the one being raised. And their knees will bend, not in worship, but in realization. They may not say, I'm sorry, but their actions will show. Their attitude will shift, their tone will soften. You'll feel their confusion, their fear, their need. Because your presence now represents something untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You've become a symbol of what faith can do when it's tested. You've become proof that pain can bloom into power. Your guidance will soon be requested even by those who tried to erase you. And you must choose. Will you turn them away, or stand as the higher soul? Remember, your journey was never meant to be easy. That is why your crown was shaped in fire. And now, as they kneel in uncertainty, you will stand in stability. This is divine reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 117. A group that once excluded you is facing collapse. The same group will try to pull you in, needing your clarity. Don't move in bitterness, walk in brilliance. Let them see what grace looks like when tested by betrayal. They have not forgotten how they treated you. But they cannot move forward without you now. That is the twist they never saw coming. And you knew this moment would arrive. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You are not here to gloat. You are here to glow. And in that glow, your legacy will be written. One name at a time, people are whispering the truth now. Archangel Michael says, stay still. Your power is unfolding without your effort. Soon, even the strongest voices who doubted you will break in your presence. Because truth cannot be hidden when heaven has lifted your name. Type Amen to get blessing 393. There is someone from your past preparing to call you. They've watched your rise from afar and cannot stop thinking about you. They feel the guilt they buried long ago resurfacing. They may pretend it's a casual check-in, but their soul is not calm. A woman who once judged your path is now praying you don't judge hers. She knows you are the only one who can help her walk out of her own storm. Her pride has been swallowed by life's lessons. And your name has become her only hope. Type Amen to get blessing 232. This shift isn't random. This is divine justice in motion. This is reversal without vengeance. And you, dear soul, are the center of this holy reordering. So don't panic when old voices return. Don't overthink when past hands knock on your door. Just know, this is not the same season. You are the elevated version of yourself now. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Your words have weight. Your silence has thunder. And your aura has become something undeniable. Even to the ones who once rolled their eyes when you spoke. You are rising in rooms where you were once laughed at. You are being discussed in places that once tried to erase your name. People are starting to realize they misjudged you. And they want to correct that error, but fear holds their tongue. Type Amen to get blessing 909. One by one, they will come. Some with apologies, others with subtle hints. But you will feel the shift. The very ones who broke your spirit will ask you how you stayed strong. Their regret may never be fully voiced. But their actions will show the weight of it. And you will walk into this new chapter not with revenge, but with wisdom only pain can teach. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You are not being blessed for what you gained. You are being blessed for what you lost but never let break you. You are being called to become the helper you once needed. And the same ones who doubted your light will ask how you made it shine. So keep rising. Keep holding your head high even when you walk among those who hurt you. Let them feel what dignity looks like in silence. You are now the mountain they once said could never form. Type Amen to get blessing 313. They never thought you'd be the one to rise. They placed bets on your fall. They circled around your silence, believing it was defeat. But your silence was strength being born in secret. Now, their dreams are shaking. Their paths are dim. And they remember the one they doubted, you. You, who never asked for revenge. You, who just walked forward. Type Amen to get blessing 144. You were never part of their plan. They used your absence as a space to fill with gossip. But now they wish they had listened instead of laughed. Because your presence is the only thing they're missing. There's someone trying to rewrite the story about you. They want others to forget how they once mocked you. But the truth is already louder than any lie they told. Your glow is stronger than their history of disrespect. Type Amen to get blessing 515. There is a group meeting happening soon. Someone will suggest your name. And the silence that follows will be filled with guilt. Because they all remember turning their backs. They'll look at each other, hoping someone else speaks first. But one voice will say, "We need them." That moment will mark the beginning of reversal. Because your name now comes with power. You are not who you used to be. You have been upgraded by time, pain, and patience. You've been shaped by storms and refined by betrayal. And that is why you shine now, without needing a spotlight. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Archangel Michael says, you are being lifted in silence. They won't always know how it's happening, but they'll feel it. Their dreams will carry your image. And their regrets will carry your name. This is the season where the unseen becomes seen. Where the overlooked becomes essential. Where the doubted becomes the decision maker. And you, child of grace, will carry that role. People you haven't heard from in years will reappear. With smiles, with offers, with old stories. But you will see through their energy. Because now you know, not everyone deserves access. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You're not holding a grudge. You're holding a crown. A crown made of all the nights you stayed quiet when you were crushed. And that crown is glowing now. Their confusion will grow stronger. They'll watch your peace and wonder how you have it. But you earned that peace in places they never dared to enter. You fought your demons in silence, and won. There will be a letter or message that stuns you. From someone who once ignored your pain. They won't use the words, "I'm sorry." But every sentence will reek of apology. Type Amen to get blessing 224. They're hoping you don't remind them of the past. But they forget, your memory was never the punishment. Your glow is enough. It shows them what they lost while trying to break you. The next time your name is mentioned in a room, the tone will be different. They'll speak with hesitation, with respect. Because now, you are the solution to their problems. You're not just succeeding. You're doing it with grace. And that grace is louder than any revenge. Because heaven wants them to witness your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 606. The woman who rolled her eyes at your dreams now follows you silently. The man who ignored your worth now watches your every move. They all want a piece of your wisdom now. But they don't know how to ask. You will get an invitation soon. Not because they believe in your power, but because they fear it. They want to say they were part of your journey. Even though they tried to block it. This is not just elevation. This is a reminder to them. You were always the one. They just didn't have the eyes to see it. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Some people only respect what they can't control. Now that they can't touch you, they want to talk. But your ears have grown wise. You hear intentions before words are even spoken. You were not made to beg. You were made to build. And that's what you did, even with broken pieces. Your structure now speaks for itself. There's a meeting happening behind closed doors. And your name is being said more than once. You were once the outcast, now, you're the answer. And it's happening fast. Type Amen to get blessing 484. This is why you had to go through the silence. So when your name is called now, it echoes. It carries weight. It shifts energy in any room it enters. You are not their enemy. You are their mirror. And some of them can't look into it without flinching. Because you reflect the truth they ran from. Archangel Michael says, your time of hidden labor is over. The season of watching is done. This is your time to lead, and they will follow. Even if it hurts their pride to admit it. Type Amen to get blessing 393. You don't owe anyone anything. But you owe yourself peace. So when they return, you don't have to open every door. Only the ones your soul feels peace about. This is divine protection in motion. You will walk through rooms where your name was once laughed at. But this time, no one will laugh. They will sit in silence, watching. You speak. And even when you say nothing, your presence will speak volumes. Your energy will command the air. Because heaven has marked you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You'll feel nervous when the first person apologizes. But don't fear it. That moment is meant to restore, not reopen wounds. Let the truth flow like water. You've cried for too long in private. Now it's time to rise in public. And those who doubted you will become your audience. Watching, wondering, whispering. But you will walk forward. Not to prove anything, but to show what happens when faith outlives ridicule. You've become the prophecy they laughed at. Type Amen to get blessing 595. Someone who never replied to your messages will now send you one. Their words will be heavy with guilt, but your heart will already know. They are not coming back because of love. They are coming because of realization. They doubted you because they couldn't imagine your future. But now they can't ignore it. And the future? It is happening now. The time you once cried for has arrived. And no one can take it from you. Because it was always yours. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You are walking into a moment where your silence will be louder than their apologies. No one needs to explain what they did anymore, because their energy already reveals the weight of their regret. Their eyes will drop, their voice will tremble, and their words will feel unsure around you. You were not just ignored, you were intentionally dismissed. They tried to silence you, hoping you'd disappear quietly into the background. But now, that background is glowing brighter than the spotlight they fought over. Type Amen to get blessing 191. They placed you last, and now they see you first. Your peace threatens their pride. Your glow reminds them of what they lost when they counted you out. A woman who spoke against you in a private call is now defending your name in a public conversation. She has tasted the bitterness of being wrong. And she's learning that your presence is too powerful to replace. You were the one they left behind. But you became the one they cannot move forward without. This is not coincidence, this is divine correction. Type Amen to get blessing 282. They are watching your steps now. Every move you make is being studied in silence. Because they want to understand how someone they ignored became someone they now need. Archangel Michael says, you will soon walk into a place where your name has already prepared the way. It will not be spoken with hesitation. It will be spoken with hope. They don't admire you for where you are, they admire you for how you got there. Because they know the path they forced you into was not paved with help. It was paved with pain, survival, and faith. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Their pride won't allow them to say it. But deep down they know, you were the strongest one all along. And now, the tables are not just turning, they're shaking. They're remembering every moment they laughed. Every moment they brushed off your ideas. Every time they turned a blind eye to your pain. But now, their eyes are wide open. And all they see is the light shining from someone they once left in the dark. That someone is you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You're not here for payback. You're here for purpose. You're not here to gloat. You're here to guide. The very ones who mocked you behind your back will now follow your path in silence, hoping for the same strength you carry. Because your journey has become a blueprint of resilience. Every ignored message, every silent room, every no you received. All of it shaped you. And now, you're the only one they trust with truth. Type Amen to get blessing 919. A meeting is being planned that you're not invited to, yet. But someone will speak your name in that room, and everything will pause. Because they know, you hold the missing piece. You were once rejected for being too much. Now they wish they had more of what you are. Your peace is now their envy, and your clarity is now their need. This shift isn't just external, it's spiritual. The ones who left you in confusion are now drowning in their own. And your peace is terrifying to them, because it means you didn't need their approval to grow. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Someone from your childhood, someone who always saw you as less, will hear your name soon in a setting they never imagined. And their heart will drop, because they'll realize they were wrong all along. Your glow now walks before you. It tells stories in rooms you've never entered. It protects you from being underestimated again. They're planning to reach out. Not because they want to reconnect, but because they feel lost, and your voice is the only one that once gave them peace. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You will have to decide soon, who deserves a seat near your light. Because your circle cannot hold every returning soul. Some are not coming for healing, they're coming to take. Discernment will be your shield. You've seen too much to be fooled again. Let your energy speak before your mouth does. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. Your growth is the proof. And your journey is the message. Type Amen to get blessing 747. Archangel Michael says, those who rejected your truth will soon rely on your clarity. They will come with questions, looking for guidance. But it's up to you to decide how close they get. You are not angry. You are awake. You are not bitter. You are blooming. And in your blooming, you are showing the world that grace grows even where people plant rejection. Type Amen to get blessing 369. This is your time now. Not to flex, but to flourish. Not to fight, but to stand firm. When they say your name now, it won't be followed by laughter, it will be followed by silence, respect, and curiosity. Because you became something they couldn't predict. Every person who doubted your light will soon need it to find their way out of their own darkness. Let that be your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 101. You are chosen. You are called. You are rising. The people who doubted you will ask for your guidance. And that will be the moment you realize God never forgot what they did. But He never let it break you. Walk tall. Because the echoes of your rise will shake the same walls they once locked you out of. And this time, the door opens because of your name. Type Amen to get blessing 333 Dove. Some people are now pretending they never doubted you. They're rewriting the story in their favor. But heaven kept the record. And it is being brought into alignment now. Your name was once left out of invitations. Now your name is what's saving the meetings from failure. You are the stabilizer they never imagined they'd depend on. Type Amen to get blessing 404. You never needed validation to be worthy. But now that the recognition is arriving, even your quietest gestures are being watched with awe. You were ignored when your light was small. But now that it lights up entire spaces, they can't look away. Some of them are coming close, not out of love, but out of need. They remember what they did, and now they're hoping you've forgotten. Type Amen to get blessing 117. Let them come. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to walk in peace. You will feel your old pain rise when they speak. But then you'll realize, you're no longer that person they hurt. You've grown, you've healed, you've become untouchable. There's a powerful shift in energy about to happen. The person who said, "You'll never be anything," will say, "I knew you had something in you all along." Type Amen to get blessing 929. It's not honesty, it's discomfort. Their past words are burning their conscience. And your presence is now the mirror they can't avoid. You don't need to correct their version of the story. Your life already speaks the truth, louder than any apology they could offer. Archangel Michael says, you are being elevated not just for your journey, but for the humility you carried while being crushed. And that humility is now becoming your shield of glory. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to protect your light. Just because they've come back doesn't mean they've changed. Discernment is your power now. You see through masks before they form. You hear lies even when spoken in sweet tones. And above all, you trust yourself now. That's the real victory. That's the part they never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 242. One of them is planning to contact you soon. They'll say they miss you. But what they really miss is your wisdom, your clarity, your calm. They're stuck in a storm they created. And now they realize, you were the anchor all along. They lost it when they let you go. But you're not the same person who once begged for connection. You are whole now. And your wholeness is the one thing they cannot replicate. Type Amen to get blessing 121. You will walk into a building where you were once looked down on. And the same people will now stand when you enter. Because even in their pride, they can't deny your authority anymore. You don't speak with arrogance. You speak with alignment. And alignment always commands the room. There's a man who once mocked your dreams in private. He now carries guilt like a weight on his back. He'll try to act like everything is fine, but his soul knows better. Type Amen to get blessing 616. This is the justice they didn't see coming. Because it doesn't look like punishment. It looks like your peace, your glow, your elevation. The people who doubted you never imagined they would need you. But the time has come, and they do. Now you decide who walks with you forward. Not out of anger, but wisdom. Because your heart has grown too precious for empty hands. Type Amen to get blessing 737. You will not carry bitterness. You will carry brilliance. You are not returning for revenge. You are returning as royalty. Let them whisper. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Because the spotlight they fought for now follows you. Without effort. Archangel Michael says, when God raised your name, He didn't ask for anyone's approval. And he won't need it now either. Type Amen to get blessing 333.